we went back 50, 30, or even just 20 years back in time, the way in which we live today would be called Mission Impossible. Imagine people's faces if you were driving around in a Tesla in the 1980s. Or if you showed off your smartphone, which is actually 200 times more powerful than the fastest supercomputer from 1985. It wasn't all that long ago. You had to go to the video store to rent movies. Now, most of us have thousands of movies at the touch of a button, while the largest collection of records in the world fits effortlessly into your pocket. Although the dreams of today may feel impossible, if you go 5, 15, or 30 years into the future, even the craziest of dreams are undoubtedly possible. Our mission is that the world will once again get into a 6-3 balance. We have the disruptive technology. We have the products. We have the ambition. We have the leaders. We call it Mission Possible.
Hi, everyone. I want to thank you for joining us. My name is Laura, and I am really excited to share with you today. I think what you're going to hear, you're going to be super excited for and very thankful, as I am, that I was able to hear it just a couple of years ago. I am a mother of 3 teenagers. It's been some of the most challenging and trying and rewarding times of my life, and probably ever. What these products have done for me and for my family is it has given me peace of mind in knowing that I guess I'm giving my children, my family, my friends, the best chance to live a disease-free, healthy life, to be able to live life to its fullest. I'm really excited for this gentleman to share these products with you. He is very health conscious, very knowledgeable, and, someone that I am thankful to be able to call my friend. So with that being said, UC, welcome.
Thank you so much, Laura, and likewise. It's a funny thing. We haven't actually met before in live situations, but we have become such a good friends online during the circumstances this spring. But the utmost pleasure to be here and happy to be able to share the good word about the products. I live here in sunny California in Santa Monica at the moment, but I come originally from Finland, so maybe you can tell by my accent. But let's hope that you can follow what I have to say today. Thanks, Laura, for the kind words. I mean, I am a health conscious, and I made my personal transformation and my big decision about maybe 11 years ago, 12 years ago, when I hit 40s, and never looked back ever since. Please bear in mind, I mean, we hardly ever went and still don't go to the fast food restaurants, and we try to cook home all the meals and prefer organic choices and everything, and still I was far away from being, in a perfect balance, and the balance is the word we are talking about today. I mean, in the nutshell, a couple of years ago, I was having a massive headache for 1 year, and we Finnish men, we don't go to the hospital until it's too late. I guess it's the same thing in Minnesota. The guys are really stubborn with the 4 seasons and everything, so I think we have lots in common in that sense. But I've been able to maintain, for example, my healthy blood pressure levels, thanks to the products, and also my skin appearance and everything has been improved at least by 95% over the years. So I'm super happy about what we have in our hands. But that's what it is. I think, Laura, I feel the same way. I mean, by using the products on the everyday basis, that just makes sure that at least I got the kind of a confirmation and affirmation that we have the best life insurance in our hands, and we really live in a difficult times at the moment. So super important to make sure that your immune system and everything is working on optimal levels. So I'm sure you feel the same way.
I really do. It's something that is so important, and I've always used kind of the analogy that to be proactive and preventative with our health is huge, because, sometimes something happens and you're like, oh, I better change my diet. But then there's times, people that have heart attacks and stuff, sometimes it's too late. You can't go back. So it's really important to kind of really be preventative and think ahead.
Absolutely. I always say we have two options. You can either pay for your health, or you have to pay for your curing yourself. And we all know which option makes more sense. And at the end of the day, it's also cheaper. At least I tend to live a long life, and I want to enjoy the rest of my years with my grandchildren and everything. So it makes a big difference. But when we look around, I live in Santa Monica, so maybe I have a bit of a biased view of how people are looking in America right now. So I'm not saying they all have perfect the six packs and abs and stuff like that, but people are super health conscious, like a health nuts, I would say, over here. But when we look around in a general public, and not just in the US, but globally, we can see that people are really having a lot of issues today, and they are taking a lot of medications, when they try to cure themselves. And there's a big common denominator, and that's our food. Unfortunately, the food industry is killing us, slowly but surely. And there are, of course, many variations and factors into that one. But we are talking about the fatty acids, and there are a bit more than 11 of them, but 2 of them are essentials. We're talking about the omega-6 and omega-3. And omega-6, we get way too much out of everything that's in there in the shelves, because food industry obviously wants to use the veggie oils, for example, to extend the life shelf for the products, and we get way too much of omega-6 compared to omega-3. And the good sources of omega-3 would be like wild salmon, for example, avocados and nuts and stuff like that. But unfortunately, at the same time, the nutritional levels of the ingredients and the food has also gone down over the years. And things were pretty much okay and under control until 1960s. But when mommies went to work and somebody else was making our food, then the food industry kicked in, and that's where all the problems started to accumulate. And now we are in the situation where, for example, I was shocked, Laura, when I heard about this for the first time. But life expectancy in the US started to decline 4 years ago. But that's not all. Then I learned that it's actually been declining ever since, and this is the 4th consecutive year that's been doing so. I don't know. Did you know about this?
I had recently heard that, parents are going to start outliving their children because there is so much illness. So, yeah, I don't doubt it one bit, and it's scary.
It's scary. That's exactly the word that I was using. But it's not just in the US. The same trend, unfortunately, can be seen in Europe. So UK, Germany, Ireland, and surprise, surprise, Finland, are following the suit. So, and the common denominator is ultra-processed food. So that leads into a really serious health challenges and issues there. And we do know that what the science says, for example, when it comes to the fatty acids, and the science says we should be somewhere around 3 to 1, meaning we can have 3 times more omega-6 than omega-3 in our bloodstream. Unfortunately, the average in the US today is around 25 to 1. And I was actually witnessing another test result yesterday. My American brother test results came in, and he was 24.8 something to 1 exactly on the average level. That was devastating. But hearing at the same time what kind of challenges he's going through, skin problems for the last 20-30 years and joint pains and stuff like that. So it's just a matter of basically what will be triggered for you. It comes down to our genes. And for example, I have had these blood pressure issues and skin disorders, all my life basically, but not anymore. So it's really looking good. But how do we know then where people actually are? When we talk about the ratios and all this, hopefully you can see my screen here. You can see that, Laura?
I sure can, you see.
Good. So as of today, we have tested people, to be exact, 509,642 today. Globally, and we have the biggest database in the world when it comes to the test results regarding the fatty acids. Very simple test. You can see the picture of the package on the left, and we can do this basically anywhere. Now, luckily, we are able to meet people in the cafes and at homes and places like that. And that test has been initially and originally designed and developed by the University of Milan. And for example, WHO uses the same kind of a test method when they are testing people in the field operations, and also every single baby when they are born in Finland, they are tested the same way, just to find out if they have certain challenges when they're born. We send these test results to Norway as a laboratory called Vitas. Has nothing to do with Zinzino, completely a third-party entity, and then we get the test results back in about 2 weeks' time, 2 to 3 weeks, online, anonymous test. And the results are really staggering. These numbers you can see on the right, these are in the US. So only 1% of the population are in balance, which means the ratio is 3 to 1 or below. And 99% of the people, unfortunately, are in serious need for the product. My first test result, when I tested myself, and I repeat myself, I mean, we hardly ever go to fast food restaurants. We always cook home. We prefer organic choices. We don't smoke. We exercise a lot, so I think you can safely call us a very healthy family. But still, and on top of that, I was taking what I thought was the best omega-3 supplement in the markets, and I was 10 to 1. So I was devastated. I was actually I was quite mad, because all the time and money and effort that I put into staying healthy, just complete waste of time, basically. I mean, not everything, but I mean, definitely there was a lot of room for improvement. So 10 to 1 was my first score. Laura, what was your first test result when you tested yourself?
You see, I was 18 to 1, but I really want to share with you. I'm going to pretend that I'm a man for a little bit and just tell you what I want to say and not necessarily answer your question. I'm too sorry. My parents did a 4-generational blood test to see, and it's so interesting that I really need to share it with you. My grandma was in her 90s, and she was a 9 to 1, hadn't lived as much of her life, as big of a percentage, after the Industrial Revolution and all the processed foods. My mom had been taking fish oil supplement for 15 to 20 years, and she was 15 to 1. My sister was 36 to 1, and my niece was 73 to 1. So it was almost double every single generation, which is kind of scary.
Whoa, 73. That's horrendous. I get chills, and I mean in a negative way, but because of that. But that is scary. Yeah, but I mean, we have seen all kinds of test results, and what I have seen basically confirms your observations as well. I mean, we know that the younger generation are really having serious issues with this stuff. And vegans, for example, I mean, they are very careful what they eat, but the vegans cannot fix the fatty acid balance, basically what they do. So it's this is life-changing and super important stuff. The good news is, even though if you are having a 73 to 1 ratio, you will be able to get in balance in 120 days, because we do another test after 4 months. And why after 4 months? It's just because the human red blood cells, they rejuvenate every 4 months. So it's a really interesting concept, and that's also why I was so hooked, because you can test yourself in the beginning how you have been treating yourself over the decades and where you really are. It's not guessing anymore. This is test-based science and nutritional science. And then after 4 months, when you have taken the product, then we can make a control test and see basically where you are. So that's the good news. Why and how we can get you in balance? Why can we be so bold and say this? Well, it's a really unique product that we're talking about. It's called balance oil, and it is not a fish oil. Yes, there is a fish oil as a base, and that fish oil happens to come from Iceland. It's a really, really high quality, probably the best fish oil there is in the world. But what's really ingenious is that we blend a pre-harvested extra virgin olive oil coming from Spain into the blend. And there is one really interesting ingredient in that olive oil, and it's called polyphenols, which is like a natural antioxidant. And consider it so that here's omega-3 and here's a polyphenol. And polyphenol's job is to protect the omega-3 so that it actually stays without going rancid and stays okay in your body when you consume it. So it goes all the way through your body into every single cell, and it will balance yourself when it comes to the cellular thing here. The other thing is, if you are having this great imbalance, is your cell membranes, because they are made out of the fatty acids, they really are pretty much like this drinking glass, so like an eggshell. So no matter if you're having all kinds of nutrients and vitamins and minerals in your bloodstream, but if they cannot be absorbed in the cellular level, your body just doesn't function as it's supposed to be. And also, please bear in mind, all the toxins can't get out. So it's super important to get the cell membrane fluidity back in shape as well. And you also take the product by weight. So it makes a big difference if you weigh, for example, 100 pounds compared to 300 pounds. So if you weight more, you have to take the product a little bit more. So absolutely an amazing stuff. Well, there are quite a few health benefits that we can claim with this product, and these are the three most important, I would say. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a healthy brain function or healthy heart function, or make sure that the immune system works as it's intended? Super important. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but I would like to highlight that this is also very individual kind of a thing. So whatever worked with me doesn't necessarily mean that it will work the same way with you, because we are all different individuals. But I can only say that by taking the product for 3 years and hearing these testimonials and everything, it just makes me super happy and super proud what we're doing here, because we have been able to help so many people in so many ways along the years. There is an unofficial saying within Zinzino that science before marketing. And I'm super proud also to say that we have probably the best brains in the world when it comes to the people who are working in our scientific advisory board, headed by Dr. Paul Clayton. You can see his picture on the right-hand side over here. This guy's CV is like 1 mile long, been consulting the UK government. He is also a professor in many of the universities, and 50-year experience when it comes to the pharmaconutrition. Absolutely a brilliant individual, knows what he's talking about. Angela Risso comes from University of Milan, knows a lot about the lipids. Fantastic person there. And then Mr. Ulla Eide coming from Norway. I think it's safe to say that he's the father and mother and the midwife of Balance Oil. So really a superb individual, been doing this for more than 30 years. So super strong advisory board we have there. We talked, Laura, about the life insurance, what we can do basically to boost our health during these interesting times. And on the left-hand side over here, you can see our combo. It's called Health Protocol, 3 products. And by consuming those 3 products on a daily basis, I think you can, according to the science and the scientists, this might be one of the best ways to actually make sure that you are protected against the most health challenges along the way. Like you said, preventative healthcare is here to stay. So, and we know that our health systems globally are under really a huge pressure, even though it's very advanced. But people are getting sicker and sicker and dying younger and feeling all kinds of stuff. So the whole health system is completely overwhelmed, and we have to do some preventative measures basically to counterattack that. And these 3 products, I will so shortly explain a little bit more about them. Oil, I already explained what that does for you. But the next thing in line here is Extend. And I don't know about you, Laura, but consuming all that food on the left-hand side here on the daily basis, that's quite a bit, isn't it?
It is a lot. And to think of not only how much space that would take up in your cupboards and refrigerator, but also the expense of being able to buy all that food to eat on a daily basis is huge in itself too.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, I used to be the kind of a guy who had like a magnesium here and selenium there, and these jars were just filling up my cupboard. I don't have that anymore, and I know that I'm saving at least $100 a month because I don't have to do that. I'll only take Extend and the oil, of course, and then the Synobiotic. But this one has everything: 23 vitamins and trace elements, and all the vitamins and nutrients that your body needs. If I don't take Extend every day, in 2 days my energy level just goes down, and I don't dare not to take it every single morning. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, once we get your body working again, the cell membranes, fluid and everything, so we start feeding the right nutrients into you. So this is like a second line of defense, or the second thing that you can do to boost your health and wellness. Third thing that we do, we introduced a prebiotic fiber, because we all know that the gut is our second brain, and there is a constant war going on in your gut between good bacteria and the bad bacteria. And the only way to win that war is to feed right nutrients and supplies to the good bacteria. There's a lot of talk and marketing and a big trend among the probiotics, but unfortunately they do not work. The only way to win the war is using the prebiotic fiber. Our Xenobiotic has 5 different dietary fibers. It's a mix, and even that is very unique in the markets if you do some research and start basically investigating the quality of this product. But it's in its own league, basically, completely amazing. And there will be even a upgraded version coming up later on this year. So I can't wait to have that one. There's even more different molecule levels of the fibers there. But I mean, I'm the kind of a guy who also suffers from the high cholesterol. So been happy to see this product working in so many ways. It's really difficult to explain, but I remember the day like yesterday, last August, Laura, when I get the connection between my brain and my gut, and it's really difficult to explain, but I mean, I felt like a whole human being again. And I've been suffering from weak stomach basically all my life, but not anymore. It's just transformational. I love this product. And then I'm not going to go through everything here, but this is basically all we have. And it's amazing how well they work together. I'm just going to highlight the product which I'm a big fan of, and it's a skin serum. This may sound a little bit weird, a 52-year-old guy raving about the skin serum, but I'm having these skin issues all my life, basically. And combining the oil and the extend and then the skin serum, we have clinical studies proving that actually improves the skin elasticity by 36%. And that's a lot. And we have a lot of cosmetologists and skincare specialists and professionals working with us, and they are raving that they haven't seen a product like this in their life. It's really fantastic. And also in the summertime, great for sunburns, or if you burn your hand in a stove or something. It's just you apply immediately on your skin a few times, and next day you wouldn't believe that you had a burn in your skin. But just an amazing products. I mean, our philosophy is also so that we don't launch a product just for the sake of it. We don't have to have a new product coming out on Q3 this year. They have to have a specific function and purpose, and then they really work well together. So there is definitely a huge amount of science behind all the R&D of our products, and they even get better every day. So we have new versions coming up, and we are now moving strongly towards all natural range as well. So that's super interesting and first in the world. I'm happy to say that. Why pay for your products if you can get them for free? So as in everything in life, we also would like to reward people who are sharing the good work, like me and Laura have had a tremendous help with the product. So it's I just feel obligated to tell everybody that hey, you might want to try this. And if you do so, you don't have to pay for your products. But I think this picture summarizes it all. I mean, it's just that inner calmness and the happiness that you can be rest assured that you're feeling fantastic and you are ready to face all the challenges that the modern lifestyle and society can throw us. And I'm just super passionate and happy to be able to share this product information with you. So the person who invited you here today will contact you later on, and you'll have a chance to ask more questions if you have any detailed questions about the products and the benefits. And there we go.
Oh, thank you, Jussi. It's absolutely awesome that you were able to share with us, and you do such a great job. And it's something that I feel is so important, especially in today's world. We're walking around basically so malnutrition, malnourished, there we go, because of our deficiency in vitamins and nutrients that we're getting, that this is so important.
I know.
So yes. On the flip side, I guess, Zinzino also is a business opportunity as well. And we're hoping that you have another 10 or 15 minutes tops. We just want to quickly run through some of the business stuff. And I was raised, my parents had their own small business. So I had that entrepreneurial side growing up, and I saw the good side of having a business, but I also saw the headaches. And, there are some really big advantages to having your own network marketing business, because you have a lot of the advantages without the drawbacks. And, some of them, especially in Zinzino, you see, can you think of a couple of the things on the business side of Zinzino that you really like?
Just a few. I can think of 20, I think. Just to let you know, my background is heavily in the corporate world. I was like a top guy when it came to the marketing positions in home appliance business back in Finland. But I left it all behind me. I got all the toys and I got a fantastic position, great pay, and people thought I was crazy. But I just felt so much urge to come to the US and share the good word and share this wellness revolution sweeping from Scandinavia. But the like I said, I had all the perks and everything in place, but it just didn't fulfill my biggest dreams, because I really want to be free, to be able to travel, which would be easier today, but and to work from anywhere. Only thing you need is your mobile phone and internet connection, and there you go. You're completely free to do it, and that is exactly what I'm doing right now from here. I have customers and partners in Europe, in the US, in Asia, all over the place. So the sun never sits down in my business. And also the earning possibilities, absolutely astronomical. So it's all up to you. I think it's the fairest compensation plan you can think of, because it doesn't matter when you start. But if you're hungry enough and you are teachable, you can go past your upline in 2 months, basically. And we have seen this happening at the same time. I'm a really skeptical guy. Sorry, this is a long answer, but I just have to share this with you. I like numbers. My business background is so that the numbers don't lie. So it took me a while to actually be super convinced. How it actually works, and I had never been doing the network marketing before. I've been approached many times, but with Zinzino, everything just clicked. The products, the mission. We are on the right side of the history. We have declared war against the big pharma and food industry and everything. So that gives me big goosebumps, basically, right there. We know the people who are working with us. The management is top notch. I have not seen such a strong management. We're growing faster than the big IT corporations in the similar phase of the history. 44% in Q1 this year. Come on. It only happens in the movies, So there are so many different sides. And believe me, Laura, I've been trying to find the chink in the armor. More I look at it, more I investigate and do my research, more convinced I am. And this is my lifestyle for the rest of my life. I love it.
Yeah. And I was in the corporate world too. And the problem is the corporation shut down. It's nothing that we have control over. So in that aspect, I really feel that network marketing allows you to take control of your future. And, for Zinzino to be publicly traded, they've been around for 15 years. They are debt free. That is a massive accomplishment. Even for individuals, much less for a corporation, a company, that's huge too. And just even the little things, that for us aren't so little, but the little are compared to the debt free and the growth and all of that. There's minimal inventory only if you choose to. There's no accounts receivable. All that stuff is taken care of for us. No door-to-door delivery. So we have kind of the best of both worlds. I really think. True.
Hey, can I just interrupt just shortly? My sister was actually doing the regular network marketing back in Finland. They are not going to name the company, but I know this very common operations, the business model. She stopped after 10 years. And I asked her last fall, how much money are you making right now? And you know the answer. €0. And I could not believe my ears. Has she been doing Zinzino for 10 years? We all know that she wouldn't have to worry about the money anymore for the rest of her life. She got nothing. It was just like going to work. Nuts.
Yep. Another thing that I really like about the business side, startup, my parents, to start up a business, it's huge. You got to do projections and do all this stuff just to get a loan. And then there's all this other financing. Well, Zinzino offers, several different options to start up. The one that I really like that I chose and that I recommend to everybody is the Ultimate Body Kit. And the reason I recommend that is because you get some of all of Zinzino's products that they offer. So you get to try them out and see which ones are your favorites. Personally, I really like the health protocol. The other thing that's really important about that one is you get 10 of these blood tests. So you can start right away testing to see where you're at and get started on the products and start enjoying the benefits right away. So that's huge too. The biggest thing, you can start for under $1,000. And at the end of a year, there's a promotion going on right now that if you have 25 products being shipped to your Subscribe and Save customers at the end of that 12-month period, you actually get a full refund. So you get over $3,000 in products to keep for a $1,000 deposit, because you're going to get that back if you just get 25 products shipped to your Subscribe and Save customers. It's awesome. I want to show you something you see and everyone else that is joining us here, because it's really easy. It's really easy to have a visual. It's much better to have a visual of this right now. So we're going to start out. If we're going to have a wellness revolution, we need to have people doing it with us. And most importantly, our customers. We need to have those customers and people that we want to help improve their health, friends and family. We're going to start out with this first step. It says for customers, and I'm going to use UC as an example because he uses the health protocol, which is 3 products, and he loves that skin serum. So this I'm going to describe as 4 products being shipped to your Subscribe and Save customer. So with just UC, not just UC, with great UC, he is going to fulfill that 4 products, and you'll be earning $16 a month on an extra paycheck. Our next step here that I want to talk about is having 10 products being shipped to your Subscribe and Save customers. At this point, you're going to be making about $40 a month residually or in an extra income. The level we want to make sure we help everyone get to is going to be having 25 products being shipped to their Subscribe and Save customers. And the reason we really like this point here, this benchmark, is because this is where you're going to optimize the comp plan for both having personal and team customers. And beyond that, it's just duplication, because if you can get 25 products shipped to your Subscribe and Save customers, you can get 1,000 products and 2,000 and on and on. So going on, if you just want to stick solely with having customers and your business that way, how would you like to make $700 a month maybe? Well, we've got 3 simple steps. First off, you are going to not change. We want you to continue to be yourself, and just promote products that you find that you like. And I might call UC and message him and say, hey, UC, I read this great book the other day. He actually showed me one before we started this that he's really enjoying, so we're already promoting products that we find that we like. So we're going to ask you just to continue doing that. The second step is to find a few of Zinzino's products that you like and learn how to describe them. And then the third step is going to be to just get 50 products being shipped to your Subscribe and Save customers. The next step, maybe you want to make about $1,500 a month. Still 3 simple steps. Don't change, be yourself. Find a few of Zinzino's products that you like, learn how to describe them, and just get 100 products being shipped to your Subscribe and Save customers. At this point, you're also going to get a $10,000 one-time bonus, which makes it even nicer. How about $3,000 a month? Maybe you want to make a car payment, couple car payments, house payment, whatever. It's still 3 steps. Don't change, be yourself, continue to promote products that you find that you like. And secondly, find a few of Zinzino's products that you like and learn how to describe them. And third is just to get 200 products shipped to your Subscribe and Save customers. And if you have a lot of friends and family like UC does, because he's been around the world, maybe you'd like to make about $15,000 a month. And how are you going to do that? Well, it's 3 simple steps. Don't change, be yourself, find a few of Zinzino's products that you like and learn how to describe them, and then just get 1,000 products being shipped to your subscribe and save customers. And you don't have to stop here. It just keeps going. On the other hand of it, team, we love team. I like to call my Zinzino team, my Zinzino family. We are close, we work together, and we're always there for each other. So we're going to start with you in this circle here, and we're already going to have you at a point of having 25 products being shipped to your subscribe and save customers. Through this duplication process, we're going to find 4 people that want to join you in this wellness revolution and build a business. We're going to get them 25 products shipped to their subscribe and save customers, and you're already making almost $500 a month. And $500 a month is really, it can be life-changing for a lot of people. We're going to continue to duplicate this. Help those 4 find 4 people that want to join the revolution, get 25 products shipped to their subscribe and save customers, and now you're going to be executive. And an executive, you're going to be making about $1,600 a month. And that's also going to include a $500 phone bonus. Through duplication, we continue that same simple process. And why would you want to be a diamond? Well, to be a diamond means you get about $1,000 deposited every Wednesday into your account. Talk about life-changing. You're also going to get that phone bonus, and you're going to get a car bonus, $1,000 a month. UC, do you have your car picked out yet?
Yes, I do. I love American muscle cars, so it's going to be black Dodge Challenger.
Good choice. And if I meet you on the road, I'm probably going to slow down just a little bit. Think you're a cop for a minute.
You will notice it's like a Zinzino logos on the side, so you will notice that. I love those cars.
Me too, actually. And continuing through duplication, I want to show you one more step. At this point, you're going to be having about 8,500 customers in your team. You're going to be at a level called Crown. And why would you want to be a Crown? Because you're going to be making about $3,000 every Wednesday. You're going to get the phone bonus, you're going to get the car bonus, and now you're also going to get a world-class 5-star all-inclusive vacation to an exotic resort around the world. So I know that UC is looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going on that trip with UC.
Why wouldn't you want to go? You can leave your wallet home. And I think the best part, I haven't been there yet, but definitely on my bucket list, very soon. What you can also experience there is you can bump into the top class. Now we're talking the best of the best trainers and speakers in this business. Basically, you can have a breakfast with them, and they will be coaching you, and it's just unbelievable. It's something that money can't really buy, and it's even almost too good to be true.
Yep. Learn hard and play hard. There's really the other key aspect, being able to control my future is huge. Personal development is huge too. And I always like to touch on that because it means so much to me, because the money and the time freedom is amazing, but it's the person that you become along the way and the best version of yourself. And I think that means more than anything. I always tell my parents I enjoy being in business with my parents. I love working with them and working towards common goals. It's great. And I always tell them, I'm going to continually just be a better and better daughter and mom and wife and friend. And it's great. And one thing that I want to share that I read, and I just want to touch real quick on it, is that what entrepreneurs fear is life lived in the narrow confines of your comfort zone. Because we know if we stay in our comfort zone, it's a tiny little space. We know that avoiding fear is the equivalent to avoiding life. And playing it safe is not really a life at all, but a slow death. It said that network marketing is far more than an invitation to financial freedom. It's an invitation to take an active part in your life. And I really strongly agree with that. That really spoke to me. And I wanted to share that with you because When you can get financial freedom for yourself and your family, it's amazing. When you can help somebody else do it too, it's even better. So
Yeah.
I thank you, UC, for being here with me and helping tell everybody what a friend of mine says is the best kept secret in all of the United States.
That's well said. Absolutely. Yeah, well, I think we could go on for days, just raving about this, Laura. But I think we have to respect, the time limitations here. But it's been a pleasure today to be here with you and to share these products and the business insights and ideas. And it's just
Likewise.
life-changing stuff, like the Zinzino's slogan goes, inspire change in life. And I don't know about you guys, but that resonates with me just completely. Wake me up 2:00 in the morning, and I will be able to say it just like that. But with my previous life, I mean, it's so complicated stuff, and who needs that? I love this business.
Yep, it's awesome. Thank you, UC. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And as UC said earlier, if there is, or whoever invited you will be getting back in touch with you. Let them know if you have any questions at all. And we look forward to having you join our team and our revolution. Thank you very much.